Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to start a new series of videos and it's going to be about the guitar that we are building in conjunction with our good friends at Guitar Wood Experts. So a couple of months ago I had a conversation with Dan the Woodman at Guitar Wood Experts, and I said, hey Dan, tell you what, let's you send me some material and we will build a guitar and then let's try to sell it at the 2019 Winter NAMM show. In the grand old tradition of reality TV, you have to have a deadline, and we have a deadline now. So be prepared throughout this video for Mrs. Texas Toast to come out and smack everybody around and, all the shit that's associated with those dorky shows. But anyway, so Dan sent me some material the other day, and we have yet to start it. Well, kind of. But I wanted to show you guys what Dan sent me, and one of the challenges that we are giving to ourselves for this this guitar is to not use anything that Dan didn't send in terms of lumber. Obviously, we'll be using a bridge and pickups and that sort of thing. But let's get right to it. So, as you know, our buddies at GWE are known for a lot of things, and one of them is roasted or torrefied wood. And there's a lot of advantages to using roasted wood. One of them being is that it is awfully dry. The other is that as it cooks, it changes the crystalline structure of the material. Dan could tell you way more about it than I could. And in fact, there's a handful of videos where Dan gives me more information about torrefied lumber. If you have questions, please look up the Guitar Wood Experts videos that we've already made. But anyway, this is the neck blank that Dan sent, and it looks like it's just about right for a Fender-y style neck. It's bird's eye, roasted bird's eye maple. It looks really cool. He also sent us this, presumably this is the fretboard that he sent us. This is a standard maple with a little bit of bird's eye action going on, and it looks pretty decent too. So it will go a little like this. And I'm guessing this is what Dan had in mind when he sent this to us. He also sent us an ash body blank. Now, this is not the blank that he sent us. This is all going to make a lot more sense here in just a second. But he sent us an ash body blank that was a 3-piece, and it was already glued up. So this must have been what he had in mind for the body blank. And he also sent us a book match set of roasted maple, they call it a drop top. So he sent us a book match set of this. So we're thinking about it, and we're like, we have a deadline, and what should we make? We don't have a heck of a lot of time, but we want to make something that's super cool and not something that everybody has. So, when someone says you have a limited amount of time, the first thing that goes off in my head is daily driver. But gosh, there's going to be so many of those Telecaster style instruments at the show. We thought, well, we need to stand out a little bit, and we've since moved past daily driver. So one of the things that we came up with, we were sitting around, we were talking, and Mrs. Texas Toast said, I'm not a fan of what the regular wood looks like on top of the roasted wood, especially if then you take and make a top out of the roasted stuff, and then you have a fretboard out of this. It's kind of, I didn't really care for it either. And she said, why don't you make the fretboard out of this stuff? And I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. So that's what we did. And then we had some leftover hunks of it, and I want to show you what we did next. So we took the 3-piece body blank that Dan sent us, and we cut it in, we resectioned it, and we glued in some of the roasted maple for stringers. And I thought that would look cool and kind of show off in the body what they're all about there at Guitar Wood Experts. We're going to use this roasted maple as our neck, and then we'll be using a piece, obviously this is not it, we'll be using a piece of the flame maple top as our fretboard. But back to the whole notion of what guitar should we make. We have a limited amount of time, but we want to have something cool. We want to use one of our bridges, but we don't want to do a Telecaster / daily driver. So I've been having a lot of fun with a Clarence Gatemouth Brown project that I'm doing for another customer. So I thought that would be a great thing to try on this body. Let me show you what that could look a little bit like. So Clarence Gatemouth Brown played a 66 Gibson Firebird, and you might know that as the non-reverse Firebird, which is kind of a little bit peculiar to me because the regular Firebird I think came first, so that'd be this guy, and then the non-reverse would be this guy, and it came second. So why wouldn't they just call it why wouldn't this be a reverse and this be the non-reverse? Anyway, we're going to call this our double reverse because that would mean not reversed if that works out in your brain. So we are going to use this guy for our body, and we've got a new shop monkey who's helping us out. His name isn't Monkey though, his name is John. And John and his wife Rachel are leather workers. So John is going to make us a leather pickguard to go with this. And if I play my cards right, I think I can get him to do something really wowie-zowie like lizard or ostrich or something just crazy. We're going to go with our brain surgery bridge, and we're going to go with 3 P90s. So that's where we are with the Guitar Wood Experts guitar. This video series is going to go pretty fast, and it's really just going to be mostly me doing the work, not talking about it, which will come as a big shock to a lot of people. But it will also come as a pleasant surprise to those people who are always like, you need to shut up and just do the work. So anyway, the reason we're going to do the video like that is I want to have this video be available for the guys at Guitar Wood Experts to play if they want to show off the guitar and play the video. So that's going to wrap it up for this time. In the next couple videos, I'm going to be working, and this is going to go at a whirlwind pace because we don't have a whole hell of a lot of time. So guys, if you like the video, give us the thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit our subscribe button. If you appreciate content like this, you might want to consider going over to our Patreon page and even becoming a member. Patreon is a really cool thing, and it helps us out a lot because we are entirely viewer funded. So even $1 a month goes a long way to bringing y'all cool content like this. If you can't do Patreon, totally understand. Please feel free to share this video as many places as you like. And until next time, this is Matt at Texas Toast reminding you that if you're so smart, build it yourself. That's what I do. Thanks for watching, everybody.